I didn't fall for perfect lies. I fell for how you look sincere. You didn't force me to believe. I chose to trust you here. You spoke so calm, so confident, like truth was on your side. I didn't see the warning signs. I saw what I wanted to find. You said you'd never be that pain. You said I was safe with you. But love shouldn't feel like guessing what's true. What hurt most was believing you. Not the way you walked away. It was trusting every word you said and letting them stay. What hurt most was believing you. When I felt something was wrong, I didn't lose you in the end. I lost myself for too long. You didn't steal my love away. You let me give it free. I handed you my honesty. You handed doubt to me. I replayed every quiet night, every promise you made sound real. Wondering when love turned into something I couldn't feel. You said I was overthinking. Said I should let it go. But hearts don't break from nothing. They know. What hurt most was believing you. More than the lies you told. I trusted the version of you that never really showed. What hurt most was believing you and silencing my fear. I should've trusted what I felt when truth disappeared. Believing you. Letting go. Maybe love is learning when to stop giving someone the benefit of doubt. Maybe walking away is not losing, it's choosing yourself now. I won't rewrite what we were or wish you'd been someone else. I don't regret the love I gave. I regret ignoring myself. What hurt most was believing you. But I'm not broken now. I learned to trust my own voice again. I know how. If loving you taught me one thing, it's listening to the truth. What hurt most was believing You spoke of trust like it was sacred, like it meant something to you. You said my heart was safe with yours. I believed that was true. You painted pictures of tomorrow, said we were standing strong. I built my faith on every word while you were moving on. You told me not to worry, said nothing would change, but promises don't break themselves. People do. You gave me promises, then betrayed them, like they never had a name. You said forever with a steady voice, then walked away the same. You gave me promises and betrayed them, and left me in the fall. What hurts more than losing you is believing you at all. You knew exactly what to say to keep me holding on. You fed me hope in perfect lines. Something else was going on. I trusted every late night call, every look that felt sincere. I didn't see you drifting on until you weren't here. You said I was imagining things, said I should calm down, but love doesn't feel like doubt when it's sound. You gave me promises and betrayed them, and tried to justify it, like words don't matter once they're said, like trust just learns to die. You gave me promises and betrayed them, and called it circumstance, but betrayal is a choice you make, not a second chance. Promise and betrayed. Maybe honesty scared you more than being alone. Maybe you needed someone loving you while you live something else. I won't carry the shame you earned, or replay what wasn't true. I loved you with intention, you loved me with an exit plan. You gave me promises, then betrayed them, and I finally see you didn't just break what we had, you showed who you'd be. You gave me promises, then betrayed them, but I won't stay ashamed. I lost someone who never stayed real. You lost someone who loved you the same. You gave me promises. You gave me promises. I gave you truth. You smile like nothing had changed, Like every word you said was clean, but something in the way you looked didn't look at me. You spoke of love like it was real, like you had nothing left to hide. But I felt the silence in your voice before you lied. You said everything was fine, said I was reading too deep, but truth has a way of showing up before it speaks. I saw the lie in your eyes before I heard it in your words. I felt the distance in your touch before the truth emerged. I saw the lie in your eyes, and I didn't need more proof. You didn't lose me by mistake, you lost me with the truth. You blamed the light, you blamed the time, said I was seeing things wrong. But love doesn't feel this unfamiliar when it's strong. I watched you explain away the cracks you couldn't hide, and every sentence you defended took another side. You tried to keep me calm, tried to keep control, but lies don't disappear when you say them slow. Ooh. I saw the lie in your eyes when you said my name. I felt the shift, I felt the truth before you changed. I saw the lie in your eyes, and that's when I knew I didn't need to hear the rest. I already lost you. In your eyes, I knew. Maybe lying comes easy when guilt feels light. Maybe you believed your own story every night. I won't ask you to confess or fix what you denied. Some truths don't need admission, they show up in your eyes. I saw the lie in your eyes, and I chose to walk away. I won't stay where love feels wrong, or truth feels delayed. I saw the lie in your eyes, and I didn't break inside. You didn't take my peace from me, you showed me who to leave behind. And I'm gone. You crossed the line we had. You knew where the line was drawn. You saw it clear, then carried on. You smiled like nothing was wrong and called it love. you space, I gave you trust. I believed your words, believed in us. But you stepped over what we built without a pause. You said it didn't mean a thing, said I was reading it wrong. But lines don't cross themselves, you choose when you're gone. You crossed the line we had and acted like it wasn't there. You turned respect into regret and called it fair. You crossed the line we had and let me take the blame. You didn't slip into a mistake, you chose the pain. You played it calm, you played it cool, like breaking trust was just a rule. You said I should be understanding, like that made it true. I asked you straight, you dodged the truth. You knew exactly what to do. You let me stand in half a story, missing proof. You said it was complicated, said nothing really changed. But once a line is crossed like that, it's never the same. You crossed the line we had when loyalty was clear. You turned a promise into doubt and disappeared. You crossed the line we had and tried to normalize. What hurt the most was watching you defend the light. Crossed the line. You knew. Tell me love is messy. When choices were clean, you didn't fall into temptation. You leaned. I won't beg you to explain or make excuses make sense. You didn't just lose my trust, you lost my respect. You crossed the line we had, and now I draw my own. I won't carry what you broke or take it home. You crossed the line we had, but I won't stay behind. I didn't lose the best of me, I reclaim mine. You crossed the line, I crossed you out. You held my hand like it was real, looked in my eyes, said how you feel. You spoke of future, spoke of trust, said my name like it was love. But something always felt unclear, a quiet doubt I tried to steer. I told myself I was just scared, that love was stronger than the fear. You said you never crossed that line, said your heart was only mine. I believed every word you gave while you were walking both ways. You loved me while lying, said my name while hiding the truth. You kissed me like I was the one, while you were loving someone too. You loved me while lying, and I trusted every part. What hurt more than losing you was losing my heart to lies. You knew my scars, you knew my past. You knew I loved too deep, too fast. You swore you'd never be that pain. You promised I was safe, but late night silences grew long. Your stories never lined up strong. I felt the distance in your touch, but still I stayed. I loved too much. You said I was overthinking, said I should just believe. But every truth you tried to hide was tearing into me. You love me while lying, said forever with a straight face. You let me build my world on you while you were somewhere else. You love me while lying, and I never saw it coming. You broke my trust so quietly, I didn't hear it breaking. Dropping out. You're lying. I found the truth in pieces, in words you couldn't explain. Every promise lost its meaning. Every smile felt fake. You didn't slip, you didn't fall. You chose to hurt, you chose it all. And now I see it clear as day. You weren't confused, you just betrayed. You knew exactly what you did, and still you looked me in the eye. Said you loved me honestly while living in a lie. You love me while lying, and I paid the price for trust. I gave you all the best of me. You turned it into dust. You love me while lying, and I blame myself at first, but loving you wasn't my mistake. Believing you was worse. Maybe love shouldn't hurt this deep. Maybe truth shouldn't be cheap. I didn't lose my worth that night. I just learned who you were inside. I won't carry what you broke. I won't drown in words you spoke. I loved you real, that's my truth. The lie was always you. You love me while lying, and I finally see it now. You didn't break my ability to love. You just don't get it anymore. You love me while lying, but I won't stay in the dark. I lost you, but I found myself, and that's the hardest part. You love me while lying. You love me while lying, but I'm done believing you. You told your story like it was clean, every word so carefully seen. You said your heart was standing still, that what we had was real. But cracks were hiding in your smile. Silence distressed a little while. I felt the distance in your tone, like I was loving you alone. You swore there was nothing more, said I was all you needed, but every promise you repeated started losing meaning. Your truth fell apart in my head, like it was never strong. You built your love on half a lie, and let me believe it all. Your truth fell apart when I saw what you tried to hide. You didn't lose me by mistake, you lost me with your lies. You blamed the nights you disappeared on stress, on work, on fear. You said I worry way too much, that I should trust. But love should never feel this cold, or make you doubt what you know. I followed every broken sign, still hoping I was wrong. You said I was imagining what my heart already knew. I wasn't looking for the truth, it found me through you. Your truth fell apart in my hands the moment I looked too close. Every word you gave to me was carefully composed. Your truth fell apart and I knew there was no going back. You didn't just betray my love, you broke the trust we had. Fell apart. Your truth, I saw the pieces on the floor, things you never planned to show. Every message, every lie changed how I saw your eyes. You didn't slip, you didn't fall. You made your choice, you chose it all. And now you stand and say you're lost, like you forgot the cost. You said you never meant to hurt, like pain was accidental. But lies don't come from being weak, they come from being careful. Your truth fell apart in my hands, and I felt everything. The love I thought was built on trust was built on nothing. Your truth fell apart and so did everything I believed. I didn't lose my sense of love, I lost my faith in you. Maybe honesty scared you more than walking away. Maybe you needed me to love you while you lived another way. I won't beg for what was fake or hold the pieces that you break. I loved you with an open heart, you loved me torn apart. Your truth fell apart in my hands, but mine stayed whole. I didn't lose who I am, I just let go. You didn't break my ability to love or start again. Your truth fell apart, but I learned who I am. Fell apart. Your truth did. I gave you truth without disguise. You gave me reasons wrapped in lies. I showed my heart, I showed my side. You played both lines. I didn't hide behind a mask, didn't dodge the things you asked. But every time I trusted you, you stepped back. You said my doubts were just my fears, and nothing else was happening here. trust we built. Now you act like pain just happens without guilt. Love was honest, you were not. I didn't miss what you forgot. You promised me a steady heart while pulling us apart. Love was honest, you were not. I won't carry what you broke. I loved you clean without defense. You loved me halfway at maybe love scared you when it asked for truth. Maybe lying felt easier than choosing me. I won't beg you to admit what you already know. Some people don't lose love, they lose honesty. Love was honest, you were not. And now I'm letting go. I don't regret the love I gave. I regret who I gave it to. Love was honest, you were not. And that's where it ends. I didn't lose my heart in you. I found my self-respect again. Love was honest, you were not. I gave you my calm, I gave you my nights, I gave you the parts I don't show in the light. I trusted your words when you said you were sure. I thought what we had was pure. You said I was safe, you said I was home, said I wasn't loving you on my own. But every promise you swore was true was easier said than done. You looked at me straight in the eyes while hiding another lie. I didn't see it at the start, but I felt it in my heart. I trusted you. You chose to break it, chose a lie instead of truth. I gave you something unguarded. You knew exactly what to do. I trusted you. You chose to break it and act like you didn't know. What hurts more than losing you is knowing you chose this road. You blamed the timing, blamed the stress. Said you were lost, said you were a mess. But love doesn't break behind excuses. It breaks with choices. I replayed every word you said, every I love you in my head, wondering which ones you meant and which ones you never did. You said it was never your plan, like that makes it hurt less. But betrayal doesn't need a plan, just a lack of respect. I trusted you. You chose to break it. You crossed the line, you knew was there. You didn't trip, you didn't fall. You walked away without care. I trusted you, you chose to break it and left me fixing the pain. I didn't lose my ability. without the hope that made it hurt. You weren't confused, you weren't torn, you just didn't care enough. I won't beg you to explain or stay trapped inside the pain. I loved you real, that was my truth. The lie was choosing you. You can keep the story you tell to make yourself feel fine. I don't need your